Fresh Israeli strikes hit central Beirut, killing at least 22 people and injuring 117 others. The strikes occurred at midnight in Lebanon and hit two residential buildings in the capital. One of the targeted buildings is located in an area sheltering many displaced people. Ambulances and locals had crowded the scene of the strike, trying to help. Significantly, two UN peacekeepers were also injured in Israeli tank fire, and Italian bases were reportedly hit by Israel. Now, Italy has now summoned the Israeli envoy, calling these actions unacceptable. Meanwhile, relatives of hostages held in Gaza and supporters gathered on Thursday night in Tel Aviv to call for their release.
Ongoing exchanges of fire has created a humanitarian emergency. The number of dead and wounded has spiraled. Over 300 people have been killed in Lebanon in just the past week. Since 8 October last year, the number of dead is now over 2,000, according to Lebanese Ministry of Health. Hundreds of those killed were civilians, including more than 100 children. The devastating conflict in Lebanon, coupled with intensified strikes in Syria and the raging violence in Gaza and the occupied West Bank, points to a region dangerously teetering on the brink of an all-out war. Hezbollah and other non-state armed groups must stop firing rockets and missiles into Israel. We urge Israel to stop its bombardment of Lebanon and to withdraw its ground forces.
This is a terror base. This is a Lebanese village, a Shia village, built by Hezbollah. Every house has gear, ready for the raid against Israel, conquer the Galilee Plain. We are now going a house through house, raiding each and every house, taking all this gear, dismantling Hezbollah's capability to do the Conquer Galilee plan. This is what we do. This is a limited, targeted raid on the northern part of Israel, okay, that we are conducting across the border to take care with the threat that Hezbollah has built for years. This is supposed to be clean here. 1701 prevents those arms here.
And my colleague Pradeep gets us a ground report from the war zone. Take a look.
Because of devastating explosion, once cozy home lay in ruins. You can see black soot clung to the wall like a shroud. Obscures its familiarity. Kitchen that used to be the heart of this house. See, today it's completely damaged, and all these utensils and household items bear scars of this blast. It was a rocket fired from across by Hezbollah terrorists. And this is not the only house, but many more houses here in Shimona area have been targeted by rockets in the last few days. That's one of the reasons that most of the people have already fled from this area. Fortunately, nobody was putting up here inside. Otherwise, it would have definitely led to casualty. Let me show you the kind of a damage it has caused. Look at the rocket that was fired from across the mountain by Hezbollah terrorists. It hit this house, and look at the damage it has caused. Almost it has made hole inside the walls. And look, it has the explosion impact. After that explosion impact, there was a ball of fire, and because of which you can see the entire building got gutted. There is hardly any item. Everything is completely charred here. No one can say that this was once a home where families lived happily. Today, all you can call it a ghost home. See what really has happened. Look at this fan. It's completely damaged. This is an exhaust fan. No more it is functional. And look at the chimney. It's again completely destroyed. Now let me show you. Look at this. No one can say that this was a house where people lived. See the condition of this house. Everything is completely charred, burnt here. Now let me show you. The family members, they had kept here pulses so that they can come, they can cook. But because of violence that is going on here and conflict, every family seems to be completely shattered. See, the household items are here, but not a single family member is present inside. That's the story of each and every house.